Welcome back to the Real Estate News. Joining me now is Steve Steele with Coastal Home. Welcome, Steve. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Well, thanks. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing?
So I'm super excited about this topic because we've never talked about this before, and it's also something that I'm personally just curious about. So I always love it when that happens. So we're going to talk about staging today. So can you explain to us a little bit about staging and how, especially how Coastal Home, that you have this facet of your business?
Yes. Well, we do some staging with realtors. We also do it with rental places, and we do a couple different venues, and we're kind of broad with it. And what it was is originally came across was, and when you go on vacation and you go into that house and you wanted to have that feel. So we had the realtors that would come to us go, hey, have you guys done staging and things like that? Because we love that feel that you have in the store.
Right.
We want it to be in our homes. And so
well, it makes the homes more sellable when you walk in and you're kind of fulfilling that fantasy for the buyer of this low country experience.
Exactly. And what we're trying to do is we invite designers, we invite all type of realtors and home builders to come into to get that, and we'll either come out or they'll have their designer come in to put that into either one room or the whole house.
Well, and we were talking a little bit at the break, which I found very interesting, and you were telling me that a lot of times, you know, either realtors or the sellers will come to you for staging, but and give me the percentage. There's a big chunk of people that when they buy the house, they actually want to buy the contents as well, which kind of puts a feather in your cap as far as the value of that staging.
So what normally happens is, you know, every situation is different, so there's different agreements worked out. But what we've seen a majority of our projects that we've done is about once it's in there for 3, 6, a year, sometimes it's been there a month, the customer that has purchased a house tends to purchase 60% of the furniture that's already in there.
I think that's amazing. And it goes to show, you know, we were talking also about, you know, you said the cost varies depending on the depth of the project, but if you look at it, obviously if someone likes your home enough, A, to buy your home, and B, to buy, you know, more than half the contents, that kind of speaks for the value, wouldn't you say, of the staging?
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing is a lot of times when you purchase a house, if you look at a house that's empty, it doesn't give the same feel as a house that's staged. And when you walk into that house, that first stage, that feel that you want to still capture that, and so that's what turns out to why the customer ends up keeping that living room suite or keeping that kitchen set, because they first walked in and they fell in love with that feeling in that stage, and that's what we try to accomplish when we stage homes.
So if I'm listing my house and I know my house is lacking that certain wow factor, you know, we all kind of get comfortable with our surroundings. So do I call you directly? Do I go through my realtor? What's the way to reach you?
Well, there's several options. If you have, some people have decorators. We actually have a decorator in store that can actually come out. Or if you talk to your realtor, have your realtor then stop in and give us a call. So there's several different outlets to get a hold of us.
Steve, thank you so much for your time today. It was a real pleasure having you here.
Thanks, Jenny.